Happy Wednesday, mathematicians. Let's work on some more distributive property practice and finding equivalent expressions for our Unit 3, Lesson 12 skill lesson. So what is the distributive property? Here's a visual, and the definition of it is to distribute means to divide something or give a share or a part of something. According to the distributive property, multiplying the sum of two or more addends, which those are the numbers inside the parentheses, right? Those are right here and right here, by a number, right? That's this. Will give the same results as multiplying each addend individually by the number and then adding the products together. So doing this work written this way, and a lot of times you won't see the multiplication sign there, you'll just see the number in front of the parentheses, is the same thing as doing 3 times 2 plus 3 times 3. Please pause the video here and draw this visual if this is helpful for you. Okay, distributive property how-to. So I took an example problem from the independent practice to go over as well. So the problem asks us to apply the distributive property to write an equivalent expression for each expression below. So our expression is 2 parentheses 9 plus f. Here are our steps. First thing, carry down the operation inside the parentheses. All right, so I have an addition sign here. I'm going to carry it down. Step 2, circle your factor that you are distributing circle your factor that you are distributing, multiplying each term inside the parentheses by. So that means what factor is going to be multiplying? I'm going to circle it for you here again for double emphasis. The 2 is outside the parentheses, so I'm going to be multiplying the 2 by each term inside the parentheses. So then I'm going to fill in my 2 and fill in my 2. And I'm going to have you set up some problems like this on the practice problems here in a few minutes. Step 3, set up your multiplication problems with your circled number multiplied by each term inside the parentheses. So I've already drawn my 2 and my 2, and I know that I have 2 multiplication problems to do because I have 2 terms inside the parentheses. That could change. That could be 3 or 4 or however many. The final thing I need to do here in this part of the step is take down each of the terms, because that's what I'm going to be multiplying 2 by. 2 times 9 and 2 times f. Then I need to carry the same operation down still, because if I'm following order of operations, I'm doing the multiplication first and not the addition. And then I'm going to solve each multiplication problem. So 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times f is 2f. All right, team, let's practice. So carry down the operation inside the parentheses. So first I'll take that plus, and I'm going to draw that here. So circle your factor that you are distributing, multiplying each term inside the parentheses by. All right, let's do that in red. Oh, it's actually on the outside here, on this side. This is going to be 5. Now I need to set up my multiplication problems. So I know I'm going to have blank times blank and blank times blank. And I know I have 2 multiplication problems because there are 2 terms inside the parentheses. I know one of the factors in the multiplication will be 5, right? Because it's the outside term multiplied by each of the terms inside the parentheses. Okay. Now, let's see. Set up your multiplication problems with your circled number multiplied by each term in the parentheses. So it would look like this, right? I'm going to have to do 5 times W, remind myself of multiplication, and 5 times the other term, 5. So let's do 5 times 5 plus 5 times W. All right, now I need to carry the operation down again. And solve. 5 times 5 is 25. And then 5 times W. Remember, when you are multiplying a number by a variable and you don't have a value for that variable, in this case we are just leaving W as is, you just do 5 times W. You combine them. 5 in front of a variable, a number in front of a variable also means multiplication. And when we don't know what that variable could be, it could be any value, so we just leave it. And then I carry down my plus. And that's it. We stop there. That's your answer. Because we're not solving for the variable, we're just finding an equivalent expression. Alrighty, team, follow those steps. You've got this. Go rock the practice problems.